So one of the odd things about acquiring used lots, obviously, is that usually you don't get full sets. Sometimes you do. People take good care of their Lego collection, and you can make full sets. So the last collection I got, most of the sets from the early 70s were mostly there, which is great. And then there was a lot of pieces I have no idea, and there are a lot of basic pieces and non-specialty pieces. So I'm sure it was those generic sets that they put out in the early 70s and mid 70s of, slopes, bricks, plates. But overall, the sets that were there that I had the instructions for were 99 to 100% complete, which is great. But I acquired a lot a few weeks before, well, I guess a few months before that, and I completely forgot about it. That I washed it and I started the my sorting process, which includes sorting by color first. So I had a Ziploc bag right here, and of black, white, red, yellow, blue, and miscellaneous pieces. And I started I dumped the blue bag out just like a little bit ago, and I started putting the pieces from here into the collection. And I grabbed the basic brick first, a lot of them, the 2x bricks, I haven't done the 1x bricks obviously yet. And I did the plates, the 6x plates, the 4x plates, and 2x plates, but I haven't done the 1x plates. But I did a lot of slopes, and there was a lot of slopes in here, which was great. 33-degree blue slopes, as you might know, I use a lot. so having more 33-degree slopes, inverted, as well as just regular slopes, 2x3, 4x3, and 1x3 slopes, fantastic. So I got a bunch of those in here, and they're already sorted into the collection. But invariably, when you get used collections, you'll come across this. And this is the only one that was in this collection. You also come across this. Now, this rail back in the 70s, I won't say it was ubiquitous, but it came in a bunch of sets, not just train sets. They used this for the quarry sets and the other sets with the little thing going back and forth with the grabber on it. So finding one track piece in a lot, this happens to me a lot. Usually there's two. But two or more, one, that's fine. But I came across this. Now, this is a piece that's hard to lose. Again, so I try to think about why there's only one. What happened to the mirror image of this? Because there's always two for the garage door. And you say, well, it couldn't get sucked up by the vacuum cleaner. It'd be hard to lose under the couch. It's not a small piece that, whatever, but it only came with one. And then I start remembering me collecting lots years ago, well before the internet, when I was getting garage sale lots and lots from friends and thrift stores and whatever else. And I go into my list here, and I'd never had this many when I was a kid. This is 90% from lots after I was 16. I think I had two. I think I had one set that actually had a garage door in it when I was a kid. And I don't even remember which one it was. This is how far back it goes, and because those town sets never stayed town sets with us. We're just building everything. So instructions or whatever from the 70s, like the fire stations and the police stations, they didn't stay together. So this got into a big bin and the instructions got lost. But I know I had one garage set when I was younger. And as I collected lots, of course, I would keep my garage pieces together, my blue and my white and my red and black. And this is my bin full of the actual garage doors that I have loose. And then the 1x2 pieces are in here when I find more. And again, I'm also dumping into new ones, because again, when you say, like, yeah, sure. So even the new. So there's a lot of this stuff is old. And for whatever reason, this is wire holders, but they're in here too, just so I know where they are. But most of the stuff are the garage vertical pieces. Invariably, this stack of blue and sometimes this stack of red and black and white is an odd number. And I'm going, oh, it's an odd number. Do I brick link one so to make an even number? Do I care? After having this many, do I care that I don't have an even number? But I remember in my head, because the last time I acquired a garage door piece like that, a slider piece, was a long time ago. And I remember that this stack ended up being odd, a number of pieces. And right now there's 19. I think there's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19. I remember it being odd. And so there's 19 blue. And I said, do I want a Bricklink one just to make 20? So that's an even, again, I'm never going to use all these. In there, I use 6, 12 garage door pieces, because there's 3 on this side and there's 3 in the front. And then they require 2 each. So that's 6 garage doors. And so there'd be 12 rails in there. But invariably, I've learned over the last 20 years of collecting Lego, secondhand Lego, that if you're missing a piece and you're still collecting secondhand Lego, you go into thrift stores, you go into garage sales, you're going on Facebook Marketplace, you're going whatever. Invariably, if you keep on looking, you're going to get the piece you're looking for. Straight up. It happens to me so many times. Oh, I have this, I want this piece from the 70s. Instead of bricklinking it, I'll just wait for a while and I'll forget about it. And then all of a sudden I'll acquire a lot or two, and all of a sudden I have that piece again. It's just great. And so now I have 20. I have 20 blue rails. And so somehow in my mind is found equilibrium again, because that was in the back of my mind. I only had 19 from the last time. So now I have 20. So that's an even number. The reds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Red's even, black's even. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. White's even. So now I have an equal number of all my garage sliders. It's just left over from when I was a kid of playing with Lego. And I don't think I've ever told this story to anybody, but I'll tell you guys because I can. So we were kids, and I've showed pictures and other videos of us getting Lego for Christmas and birthdays. And my sister got it, my brother got it, and I got Lego. And you know, these were some of the sets we used to get, whatever. So besides those basic sets like the 2, 4, 6, 8. Basic brick with the green base plates, and the trees that have pictures on the box but no instructions how to make anything. So you build a house, you build a car, you build a cat looking blocky thing, whatever. But the sets that did come with instructions, like this guy and the fire station and the police station and the airplane. I did a whole episode, whole video on the plane that came out in 1970, whatever, 75, 76. One of my favorite sets in the history of the Lego company. It's actually right up there. So it's, you know, so most of those sets got rolled into the cardboard box when we were kids. After we were done playing with the set and whatever, and then so we could build other stuff, because that's the whole point for us of Lego, is it's a new toy every day, which was their motto back then. And my brother and I used to get in pretty big fights, if my mom would let us, because I kept on wanting to build something else after a day or two. So we were building a village or whatever we're building. He used to love building semi-trucks, because BJ and the Bear and the Convoy, or whatever, the biggest movies at the time. He used to build really good looking rigs out of basic brick back in the mid 70s. You know, pretty detailed for what you can do with basic brick. And even back then, what we used to do is we used to get paper, like construction paper, and not masking tape, Scotch tape. And we used to cut out the designs for the side of the truck for the door, so you'd have the design on the side of the truck. My brother was very good at that, and he would, like, because we didn't have decals or anything like that back then, and he would write transportation companies and stuff like that. Really, really cool stuff back. My brother was a really good builder back then, for what was available in the Lego company. And we did actually use paper, Scotch tape onto Lego to convey design or detail. Lego brought out stickers after that. So, but anyway, what would invariably happen is sets would get rolled into the collection, and then occasionally I would want to build a set again, because back then I did have the instructions for them, and for the most part I actually had them memorized. And so if I wanted to build this set again, I would bring out the box and the instructions by still had. I would rebuild this thing, and this is, I don't know if any other Lego person experienced this in their childhood, but I would say, because we would have, for example, this is ubiquitous. It's a 2x8 black plate. So we had, I don't know, a dozen or more 2x8 black plates, even back in 1970, whatever. Fire station, whatever. These things came in, a lot of things. Now, black wasn't a prevalent color back then. Black was an accent color back then. Most sets of red, yellow, blue, and white were the prevalent colors. Black was just a roof, like in the fire station, or a base. It wasn't used for building. Not too many. If you look in the brochures from the 70s, you don't see a lot of black cars, except for this one, right? A lot of black builds. And again, it was only four of the colors that was prevalent. Anyway, so I would rebuild this thing, and I would wonder if these were the 2x8s that came in the original set. And I said, hey, and I would say, and as me being 6 or 7 years old, so this plate was named Joe, and this plate was named Biff or whatever. Hey, Biff, I haven't seen you in such a long time. What were you built into for the last 3 or 4 years since the last time we were built together? Right? So I would have these conversations in my head. And when I built this thing, I say, are those the original pieces that came in this set, or did I just reach into a box, obviously, and grab all the pieces that I had? But and so I always thought about that. And so when I get 19 of these things and I find one more, I said, obviously that cannot be the one that was matched with the other missing one. Like, it can't be. But I remember my youth when I used to think it would have been really cool if I knew that these were the actual original pieces for this set. Because in this collection here, there's no way any of those are the original pieces for this set. Anyway, I thought that was cute. It just came across my mind, and I decided to share. And I think I'll make a nice shorter video and keep it tame. So you guys all stay safe. I'll talk to you soon.